Len Haderchuk here to talk to you about perhaps the most complicated mainstream financial instrument offered to consumers today. I say it's complicated because I have met with literally hundreds of consumers, and I would say less than 10% understood it adequately. I'm not talking about having a thorough understanding. I met only one such person in the last 20 years of my career as a financial advisor. I'm talking about simply knowing the basics about the product you have to be able to assess how you could potentially benefit from it, or if you should eliminate it from your holdings altogether. If you have a variable annuity and would honestly say, Len, I really don't know what I have in place, you'll be in the overwhelming majority. I will invite you to reach out to me and take advantage of our variable annuity policy exchange strategy, VAPE for short, where we analyze how effectively your variable annuity might meet your objectives, and if not, replace it with a strategy that will. This discussion is not intended to explain all the features of all variable annuities, but simply to give you a broad overview of the features and possible benefits of variable annuities, perhaps including yours. Let's jump right in. What is an annuity? An annuity is a financial instrument offered by an insurance company that can be structured to provide lifetime income starting now or in the future. There are many variations of annuities structured to provide growth before they are turned into income, which incidentally you may or may not choose to do. What is a variable annuity? First, let me say there are many variable annuities in the marketplace with numerous features. So what I'll be explaining is general in nature. It may or may not apply to the variable annuity policy you own or are considering purchasing. VAs offered in the marketplace are secured investments, stock and bond mutual funds, most of them having a life insurance wrapper. They look like an investment allocation you may see in a 401k with a life insurance component. Fixed annuities, which I will not be discussing, have similarities to variable annuities. They provide growth and lifetime income options, but their underlying investment is not securities, so they do not have the potential or the risk of the stock market. They have lower fees and greater guarantees. Why might you own a variable annuity? Potentially for growth, a death benefit, or lifetime income. All of these features have a price tag for which the annuity company charges you a fee. Here's a typical example of fees you could find in a variable annuity policy. We have, first of all, life insurance costs, referred to as mortality and expense charges, for about 1%. There's an income rider fee, which might also have a 1% charge. There are administration fees of about 0.25% and mutual fund management fees of about 1%. The total fees could be 3.25%. Now, 3.25% is a very high fee. Certainly, it would be worth paying the fee if there is an associated value with the fee. The problem is most consumers have no idea how much they are paying in fees or what they are paying for. Let's look at what you are paying for and getting free money in a variable annuity for the really very high fees you are paying. Growth. Variable annuities are often sold for the growth potential. Historically, stocks got 10%, bonds 5%, and if you had a 70-30 stock bond allocation, you might get about an 8.5% increase minus fees of 3.25%, might net you 5.25% return on your variable annuity. It's not a great long-term return given the amount of risk you are taking. However, if you're strictly looking for growth, you could own the same investments offered in a variable annuity in a brokerage account and eliminate most of the fees and thereby net a better return. Let's take a look at the current market projections over the next 10 years. US stocks might get about 4%, global non-US stocks maybe 7%, bonds may perhaps get 1%, and with a 70-30 stock bond allocation, you might get a 4% return, minus the 3.25% in fees will net you only a 0.75% growth. Certainly, you would never consciously choose to own an investment where you earn less than the financial institution you have your money with is earning, but that is likely what you have with your variable annuity. So let's look at the other features of variable annuities, the death benefit and lifetime income, which is really why you might own these investments today. The death benefit. In a variable annuity, this feature is generally sold as protection for the investment should your account value fall due to investment risk. We'll take a closer look, but I want to alert you, this can be a little tricky to understand. Because you will probably have questions, I'll let you know at the end of the program how you can contact me so I can explain how this feature works on your specific variable annuity. There are different death benefit features. Standard and step-up are the most common. If a standard death benefit is in place, upon the death of the owner, beneficiaries will get the higher of the current account value or the amount of premium or investment you placed in the policy, assuming no withdrawals were taken. If your variable account value should dip below what you put into the policy and you die, your beneficiaries will get the amount of your original investment. A bad feature of this death benefit is the fee is calculated on the account value. The more the account grows, the more you are paying for a death benefit that you are less likely to benefit from. A step-up death benefit works a little differently. Without getting into the details, which may or may not even apply to your variable annuity, suffice it for now to say the minimum guaranteed death benefit could increase above your starting premium as your account value grows. If your variable annuity account value should dip below the death benefit value and you die, your beneficiaries will get this minimum death benefit amount. For the death benefit in both the standard and step-up variations to be of value, the account value has to experience a loss and the owner has to die. Obviously, that is not a feature that is beneficial to the owner, but it could be of value to the beneficiaries. The death benefit could be important to the owner if a legacy of leaving money to heirs is important. If you purchased a variable annuity product years ago and the account value grew by, say, 25%, it could be highly unlikely that you will benefit from the death benefit feature, but you will continually pay more for it as the account value continues to grow. I know that is a lot of information, but we'll look at one more potential reason to own a variable annuity: income. Most variable annuities are structured to provide contractually stipulated lifetime income payments. Variable annuities with an income rider will give you the option to turn your account value into lifetime income on the owner. Rarely is an option offered to cover the life of the spouse of the owner, so if you own a variable annuity to provide income over your spouse's lifetime, should you pass, your variable annuity might not provide the benefit you're looking for. Variable annuities with an income rider feature will have what is referred to as a benefit base. The way the benefit base is determined and how much income is paid varies tremendously between different contracts. Again, without getting into the specifics, which may not apply to your variable annuity, your benefit base increases based on the performance of your investments, or there may be an annual contractual increase. The benefit base could be higher than the account value, but it's typically about or equal to the actual account value when markets are at or near their high points. If the account value does dip below the benefit base, that will not reduce how much lifetime income you can receive from your variable annuity. And that is ultimately what your income rider fees are paying for, a withdrawal percentage of a guaranteed benefit base that is paid out as a regular income for the owner's lifetime. If your account value were to be depleted, the annuity company would continue to make payments from their coffers. In order to benefit from the income rider feature, you need to tap into the annuity company's reserves, meaning the account has to be depleted. We'll take a moment to look at how likely that is to happen if the benefit base equals the account value. Let's assume the lifetime payout percentage is 5% of your account value. If you were to cash out the variable annuity and eliminate the fees and put the money under a mattress and get no interest, you would exhaust the account value in 20 years. That makes sense, right? If you take 5% or 1/20th of your account value for 20 years, there will be nothing left after that period of time. If you should receive some interest on your money, the account would last longer. The point is, if you don't live at least 20 to 25 years, the variable annuity will do nothing more than return your money plus pay the interest it earns, less the fees you will be paying perhaps for decades. So you can see how unlikely it is that the income rider on a variable annuity will provide you enough value to justify its expenses when the account value is the benefit base. Actually, there are no features of a variable annuity in the examples we just reviewed that would justify their expenses. Many variable annuity financial instruments in force at this time are simply not beneficial for owners to keep. I realize I very well may have lost you since, as I stated at the onset, variable annuities are perhaps the most complicated mainstream financial instruments offered to consumers today. This is why you may not understand your own variable annuity product. Okay, now you may be thinking, Len, I have a variable annuity. What should I do with it? First, you need to learn about the growth, death benefit, and income details of your annuity and determine if it meets your objectives at this time. Why you may have purchased the instrument some time ago is irrelevant. If your primary objective is growth, replace it with a better growth product, such as securities, even the same ones the variable annuity is invested in without all the fees, or low risk vehicles without fees that could actually get you a higher return than the variable annuity after you subtract its high fees. If your primary objective is a death benefit, replace your variable annuity with a fixed annuity with lower fees, or perhaps no fees, that has an attractive death benefit rider. Or use your variable annuity to fund a life insurance product that is specifically designed to maximize your death benefit. If your primary objective is income, replace your variable annuity with a fixed annuity that has a higher payout amount and offers lifetime income on you and your spouse if this is important to you and has much lower fees. What if your annuity has a penalty if you should cash it out? Consider this. The penalty of high fees for a variable annuity product with features that do not benefit you may actually be higher than the surrender charges. The sooner you eliminate these fees, even if you have to incur a surrender charge, the better off you may be. There are fixed annuity products that offer a bonus which can offset or even exceed surrender penalties and may also offer growth, death benefit, and lifetime income features that meet your objectives, which your variable annuity might not. You may now be saying, Len, you say I should learn about the features of my variable annuity. How do I do that in a way that I can understand? And even if I were to get the information, what should I do to benefit from my variable annuity? How could I find out if there may be an annuity product in a marketplace that meets my needs better without all the fees? I would invite you to call my office or send me an email. Please call the phone number on the screen or email us at our Variable Annuity Policy Exchange, or VAPE for short, email address. You're not dumb. You just don't understand the features of your annuity, and more importantly, you don't know how to benefit from it. How would you? It's complicated, and no one explained the practical decision points in simple terms you understand, which is what you need, not a brochure and technical details. What I do very effectively is explain to you the practical features of the annuity and frame the decision for you like I did in this program. How much are you earning after fees? What, if any, is the value of the death benefit rider? When is the best time to start drawing income? Or are there any real benefits to continue paying the fees and owning it? Thanks for listening. Please reach out and let me help you. I'll look forward to hearing from you.